Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Zende Forrester Dominguez, to help the Forrester family come up with a plan. Meanwhile, Brooke Logan and Katie Logan advertise a change at Forrester Creations now that Carter Walton and Hope Logan are in charge. Zende will suppose about what to do now that Carter and Hope have taken control of Forrester Creations. Zende believed in Hope for the future. While Zende was dissatisfied the line was cut, he was more disrespected when Carter and Hope asked him to stay on after the preemption. Zende is a Forrester, and does Zende suppose that this is the right way to handle effects? Zende will try to come up with a plan with Eric Forrester, Ridge Forrester, and Steffi Forrester Finnegan. Carter and Hope continue to give into their office settee passion. After christening the CEO settee, Carter and Hope will continue allowing about what to do next. While Carter and Hope suppose they've won, effects could flip again veritably soon. Remy Price didn't just make one deep fake of Electra Forrester. Remy did several, put them neatly into a train brochure and transferred it to Katie. Once Katie opened the train, she heaved in horror. Unfortunately, that will lead to some bad news for Electra. Katie and Brooke advertise a change at Forrester Creations now that Carter and Hope are in charge. Electra stands in an office with Ivy Forrester, Katie, and Brooke. When Electra is fired, she's stupefied and asks why. That's when Katie and Brooke give each other knowing ganders. When will Spencer finds out about Electra getting fired and the images, will he go after Remy? While Electra seems oblivious, Will has a gut feeling that Remy is no good. Remy Price sends a libelous train to Katie Logan. Taylor Hayes and Steffi Forrester Finnegan rally around Ridge Forrester. Plus, Hope Logan and Carter Walton lose the CEO settee at Forrester Creations. Carter and Hope madly make out. Hope ends up on the office in the CEO office at Forrester Creations. Electra Forrester is upset how the change at Forrester Creations will affect the energy there. Will Spencer assures Electra that they promised her line was each good. Electra is upset about everything differently. Will gets it. Will is just an intern and a Logan at that. Electra is a Forrester. Will can't imagine what it feels like to be a Forrester right now. At Remy's apartment, he's still generating deepfakes of Electra's body. Remy justifies it to himself, saying he has to get Electra down from Will. I just noticed Remy is wearing black gloves while doing this. Intriguing, why would he need gloves? Electra worries that she's betraying her family. Electra says that Carter was the bone. Who really encouraged this? Electra feels fidelity to both sides. Will assures Electra that she had nothing to do with the scheme. Electra feels bad for Ridge Forrester, Steffi Forrester, and everyone differently. Will says it's because Electra cares and is sensitive to other people. Will says that it shows how important this place means to her. Electra smiles. As Remy sweats while continuing his vengeance scheme, he talks to himself about how Electra thinks she's too good for him. Remy adds that we will see about that. Remy adds another print of Electra to the deepfake program. Katie can't believe Carter went through with it, she tells Brooke Logan. It's functionary and there's no way to roll it back, Brooke confirms. Brooke tells Katie about Justin Barber's take on the legal papers. Katie is shocked. At the Cliff House, Ridge, Steffi, and Taylor Hayes talk about Carter's scheme. Steffi chimes in that this is all Hope's doing. Ridge adds that Hope is a cunning bone. Taylor asks about Brooke. Electra tells Will she always conceded. Of a life in fashion. Will does Zende suppose Electra is bored like other LA girls? Will no way wants Electra to leave. Remy continues intruding with Electra's prints. For high tech, it sure is a slow program. Hope gushes about how Carter is going to transfigure FC with his vision and fairness. Hope feels lucky to be standing next to Carter. Hope says the door is locked, they kiss. As Hope roughly grabs Carter and jerks him closer, they make out. Katie says this is a PR agony. Brooke says the point was to bring in new leadership and shake effects up. Katie scoffs at Carter and Hope putting themselves in charge. Brooke seems mentally and emotionally exhausted. Brooke is starting to agree with Carter and Hope. The Logans have been put down too numerous times. Brooke tells Katie that Ridge walked out. Katie seems truly shocked. Steffi is proud of Ridge standing up for them and the company. Ridge says Brooke wouldn't give an inch. Ridge doesn't know how anyone can defend what Hope did. Will and Electra talk about Remy. Electra feels bad for Remy. Electra says her dream came true, but Remy's didn't. Electra adds that Remy seems lonely, he no way did have numerous musketeers. Electra says she doesn't indeed know what he does in his spare time. Doesn't sound like they're as close as Remy claims they are. Gaping guiltily at Electra's images, Remy gets ready for the coming step. Carter and Hope continue making out. They clumsily inch across the room and get ready to loose the settee. Katie asks what Ridge leaving means. Brooke isn't sure. Brooke says Ridge looked extremely disappointed in her, and indicted of her taking sides. Brooke seems shell-shocked and distraught. Brooke tells Katie that Ridge called Hope a slut. Katie gasps. Brooke adds Ridge's claim about evicting Hope and the grandkids. Ridge, Taylor, and Steffi continue talking about the Logan women. Steffi says Hope orchestrated this whole thing, and Ridge got out of his relationship with Brooke just in time. Remy sends Electra's doctored prints in a train to Katie. Remy pauses before hitting send. Remy ignores his better judgment and sends it anyway. Katie says Brooke is contributory damage and she's being penalized too. Brooke is exhausted and going to bed. They embrace and Katie will lock up on her way out as Brooke heads upstairs. Katie gets a communication and opens it. It's a giant print of Electra's face on a bare body. Katie is affrighted. Will and Electra decide not to worry about the work situation presently, everything is just fine. Carter and Hope are done tainting the settee. Carter and Hope laugh about how Ridge and Steffi would freak out over their unethical conduct on the settee. Hope admits she's upset about Brooke's relationship with Ridge. Taylor says Forrester Creations is part of Ridge's identity. Steffi says they were ousted. Steffi calls it pathetic and sick to be betrayed like that. Each time Carter's name is mentioned, Steffi keeps saying it's Hope. Taylor says Steffi is right, Ridge has to stand up for himself and his future. Taylor makes a speech to Ridge about how Brooke is pain, but then, this is a safe house. Taylor tells Ridge they love him. Ridge leverages Taylor. Brooke and Ridge are breaking down the Forrester Creations situation at her place. Brooke says Carter and Hope did what they allowed. They had to do. She doesn't understand why he's condemning Hope for everything. Ridge blatantly says Hope is to condemn as Carter was no way this person before Hope got her hooks into him. He says Hope did to Carter what she did to Thomas, who's completely going to be in remedy for the rest of his days. I love how we just drop plot history to fit the current story. Brooke tries to say everything with Thomas was his fault, but Ridge continues to roll, saying Hope does what she does. Brooke says all Hope did was fall in love. She can't understand how her hubby can call her son a whine. She wouldn't tolerate him talking about her son in that way. Brooke and Ridge are breaking down the Forrester Creations situation at her place.